analyzing the young Pope and Pope Pius XIII, constant visions of his parents, and constantly seeing them. So the young Pope, so I think that Pius XIII was dealing with the thorn in the flesh, right? And a lot of times we say, okay, well, isn't that supposed to be about lust, worldly possessions, things of that nature? And I say to myself, the contradiction, or the conflict rather, that he had was in reconciling the parents that he lost and that he you know, um, could not have a relationship with. He had to reconcile that with the fact that the church became his new family. And yet, the thorn is that he never got to experience his real, quote unquote, family, his actual blood relative family as in his mother and father, right? So as I watched it, I saw on a regular basis, and clearly and obviously there are other things that he struggled with, and not that much really, but this was his thorn in the flesh. And when I thought about it, the reason why I call it the thorn in the flesh, because I thought about how he'll go and he'll have the visions or the dreams and things of that nature of I always say things of that nature, but anyway, the visions and dreams of his parents and how that relationship has not formed or how it's broken, things of that nature. Now, I always thought of it as his thorn in the flesh. When you read Corinthians or Paul's talking about the Bible, and when you read Paul's message to the church. Okay, so anyway, Paul goes on to from the Bible. Paul goes on to talk about the thorn in the flesh and how he suffers with it, and he prays daily. And how it's a bother for him daily. But then the scripture goes on to say, your strength is made perfect in weakness. Greater is he that's in you than he that's in the world. And he goes on to talk about some other things as it relates to that. He goes on to say, for when I am weak, then am I strong. And it's supposed to be something that he's overcoming. This is Paul I'm referring to. So Pope Pius the 13th and the young Pope. And to me, that's where I draw the similarities.